You're a grown fucking woman, and that shit don't make no kind of sense.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. If this is your first time here, welcome to my beauty entertainment channel. Absolutely. So if you would like to follow me on Twitter, on social media, here's my Twitter and my Instagram. Go have fun. And then while you're here, you can check out some of my recent videos. Before this, I posted the third part to my Sims Let's Play series. Third. And then before that, I posted a video talking about the sex life of college girls. And then before that, I posted a Let's Talk New Releases. So today we're talking about another television show. Today we're talking about the brand new Netflix reality show Selling Tampa. So I think the trailer for this came out like 2 months ago or something, and it's about a group of like bunch of realtors in Tampa, Florida, which I didn't know had houses like this. I don't know much about Florida, but I didn't know Tampa had houses like that. But show about reality. About realtors. They sell houses, there's drama, that's the gist. Lots of black women on the show, you know, fun. So I'm gonna share my thoughts on it. There's only one season. The season was really short, which I'm gonna talk about in a second. I think it was like 8 episodes long. So I don't know how long this video is gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be very long at all, but I'm just gonna go through each person and share my thoughts. There only is one season, so this is me judging off of one season, like 8 episodes, like not even that much time, so like calm down. But I'm gonna share. So the first person that I would like to start off with is Carla. I have no thoughts because Carla didn't really do much of anything. She don't sell no houses. She don't sell no houses. She don't have no clients. I don't know what I'm supposed to like share about her. However, I will say I think Carla's the smarter one of the two. Not I think, that was very clearly proven. She's the smartest one of the two because she at least had the sense to use like other people's connections to save her ass. Like at the Arturo open house thing, like a bunch of people, she got it together. She was like, okay, I'm gonna bring clients for Sherelle, which is her job anyway. But she was able to use the fact that other people brought clients to make that open house a success. So she knows at a point, you know, we can't keep just floundering around and around and not doing our job and talking about how much people talk about us for some reason. She doesn't do that. So I would say she's the smarter of the two, but I have nothing else much to say on her. She hasn't really done anything. I think Alexis getting booted might have been a wake-up call for her, but here's my thing. Alexis had to get fired for you to like be like, whoa. Because I don't know. I took Sherelle seriously when she told them, I will fire you if you do not produce the way you're supposed to. But I guess Carla did not. But it seems like Carla had at some point in time was producing, and the pandemic kind of fucked with that. So maybe that's why. Maybe she's just having an off time, but because she does seem smarter than the other one. So I'll give her that. Okay, next person I would like to discuss is Tennille. I like Tennille. I think she's funny. Is she, you know, mean sometimes? Yeah, sure. But she's here to make money and sell houses and to be a realtor. Not really any of this other sort of she's not trying to play messy games with the girls, but has no problem saying it like it is, which I respect. I do have to just one little, why are you demanding commission from people when you don't give commission to people if they help you with your house sales? That's, no, you don't have to, don't make me defend Alexis. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not good. What she also did, between her and Joanna have something out for Colony. I don't know what that's about, but you guys should work on that because they both be calling Colony out of her name, and I'm like, let's back off. let's back off. But that's really personally my only issue with Tennille. It's not even really an issue. It's just like, wow. She called her like a gold digger and shit. Like, she says a lot of shit. However, Tennille, only bitch in the house I respected at a point when it came to Alexis. She was the only person who, you know, spoke to her and about her in terms of like being a real estate agent is your job with enough seriousness for me. The only person who was like, what the fuck is she still doing here? And that to me was the only appropriate reaction to her egregious error. Egregious error. So even in my opinion, even when Sherelle like was like punishing her, I guess, or like talking to her, I thought she was still, you know, treating her with kid gloves a little bit. So I was really confused. I'll talk about Alexis in a second. When Alexis was like, she gave up on me. Doesn't sound like it. But I think Tennille really is like, I'm here to sell the house. And I think Tennille could have been even angrier at Alexis fucking up her clients like showing like that, because let's just talk about her. Next person, Alexis, simply not a serious individual. Sorry to say it, simply not a serious individual. I don't know what she thinks is in the job description for a real estate agent. It's not this. It's not this. The first thing I would like to address is the constant bringing up of how people are like obsessed with her and are always making false assumptions about her. And my question is, who is doing that? Nobody gives a fuck. Who can you guys point me to a scene where they were talking like shit about her? Not about how she's bad at her job, but like talking mess about her, talking about her being, I don't think anybody cares that you're a housewife. I don't think anybody really cares. I don't think anyone places that. She kept bringing it up and I was like waiting. I was like, oh, do they talk shit about? No, they don't. They don't. And Alexis, let's discuss the error, because it was not only did she fuck up the number of bedrooms versus bathrooms in the house, which is just crazy. That's the first, girl, can you not read a website? That's not even the craziest part. The craziest part is when he asked about taxes, and on an $11 million house, I think it was, and she said like 6,000. Alexis, a 14-year-old who watches HGTV could have told you that the taxes on an $11 million house are not $4,000. Someone who's been watching HGTV for more than 5 years could have told you that. Someone who used to go on Zillow for fun as a child could have told you that that's not the case. Anyone, notice how I'm naming a shit ton of people who don't have their real estate license? Yeah, that's terrible. That's terrible, and that's what I say. Tennille had the only appropriate reaction, in my opinion, to that error, because that was crazy. That was crazy. And it was very clear to me, at least, Alexis seemed to be winging it. And I'm like, when she said I was just having a bad day, and I was like, okay, but have we seen what a really good day looks like for you? I didn't see, so I don't have nothing to compare it to. Were you winging it, sister? Because like, what did she do? It was 8 episodes long. What did she do? The only thing we got to see was her be bad at her job. That's not a good look. That's not a good look. If it was a bad day, don't you think we would have seen good days? I guess not. I guess not. And she also, this is what, it's not even the fact that she like, I don't really like, the reason I'm not a fan is not because she made a mistake, it's because she's not a serious individual. She didn't even want to like really own up to the mistake. And I know what you're gonna, she's admitting to it and like owning the mistake and acknowledging that you did something wrong and like you're gonna fix it are two different things. She was like, I know I fucked up, but refused to take any kind of personal responsibility for messing up. Did not even really bring up like, oh, this will never happen again. Even when they tried to help her, when they went to that house after and they were like giving her like pop quiz questions, she was still fucking it up. Like, I don't know what you want me to say. I personally do not know what you want me to say, because it does not look good. It did not look good. And that's why it really, I'm using a different blush today. I'm using the Grateful one, the red one. I don't use this one that often. I don't know why. I'm gonna use it today. It was really confusing to me when she was like, Sherelle not broke up with me, but gave up on me. That was really confusing. And I'm like, you're trying to flip the script. You are trying to flip the script in real time, because whoa. In my opinion, Sherelle was still a little bit too nice as someone who fucked up that bad. And even in her last, she left a revolving door open for you. Holy, it doesn't look that crazy like this way, but she even left a revolving door open for you. She was like, if you want to come, she gave you only 6 months. Only 6 months. She said you have to spend some time to yourself. You said you haven't been doing much. And this is different from Carla, because Carla was producing at a point in time. They talking about she hasn't been producing in over 2 years. 2 years. This is just not serious. Just not see. You haven't been producing in 2 years, and now you have me defending Sherelle, who I don't even like that much, is the bad guy because you're not good at your job. Now she has given up on you because she's supposed to do your entire job for you. Sherelle cannot tell you how many homes are in a home. Sherelle cannot tell you that $4,000 or $6,000 in taxes on an $11 million home is quite literally the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. She can't tell you that. She can't teach you that. So find somebody else to blame. Find somebody else to blame. Perhaps look inward, because this is crazy. This is crazy. See, it doesn't look like this looks crazy. This does not look crazy. It'll calm down in a second. So yeah, next person is Aunt Sophie. Did I put it back? I don't really have an opinion on her. I need to see where the season was too short for me to form like formal opinions, I think, on any of these people. And I don't know if 3 million or 4 million is better than nothing. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think 3 or 4 is better than nothing. On a $9 million home, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. And the way she was like, well, at least I brought something. Well, the thing you brought is shit. Would you rather take nothing or shit on a stick? So I don't know. That was a little. I wouldn't, just don't take anything. Don't accept anything in your life just because it's there. That's literally crazy. Another thing about Anne that is not, it's just kind of funny. She hates being caught in shit. She like hates it, but is not quick on her feet enough the way that she like, okay. Basically with her, every lie she's been caught in, or every time where she's been like withholding the full truth, she gets caught up very quickly, because I don't think she's a very good liar. She was like, well, just because I was nodding doesn't mean I was agreeing with her. Girl, that doesn't make any sense. And then when Colony was like, but a while ago you sounded very happy to leave, what's this place called? Allure? She was like, well, that was in a different setting. That was in a different, girl, what? Just say, yeah, I said that. Yeah, I said that. And I would respect her a little bit more. A little bit more. Because she be secretly plotting. Now she's talking about getting her broker's license after Rena was just like, I think I'm gonna like start my own. Even Rena's face when Anne said, I'm gonna get my broker's license was hilarious. She said, what? What? Because she was not expecting that. Which is why I'm like, Anne, like you could really do this. Like she was not expecting you to boss out on your own. I wasn't either. But maybe that means you got the surprise element coming for you. But you have to, if you want to run shit, you have to be willing to stand in shit that you choose to do. You can't backwash and flip back and forth depending on who you're talking to. That won't fly if you want to start owning your own stuff. But because like if you want to start your own brokerage and you want Colony to like join you, you're gonna have to make a choice about like, do you want to be everyone's friend? Do you want to everyone's good side, or do you want to run a boss business? Because stand in it. Stand the way you stood in submitting a $4 million offer on a $9 million house. Stand in that when you do messy or perceived as shady things. I think you'll be fine. I think you'll be fine. That's my thoughts on Anne. Oh, I'm stepping in on tape. Yuck. Okay, next person is Rena. I do really like Rena. That's a businesswoman. That's someone who takes her job seriously and is here to produce and to sell homes. They were wrong for not putting her in that photo. Sherelle was wrong for that. And Sherelle was acting in their like little tussle. Sherelle was acting like she had never done anything wrong to Rena ever. And Rena was coming out of left field being like, what the fuck? Girl, every single one of them, including Sherelle, if you had been Sherelle's the owner, so it's slightly different. If any one of you had been left out of the group photo, you would have raised a little bit more hell than Rena did. Rena was very calm. Rena was very calm, especially since people who hadn't sold a house in 2 years were in the photo. She was very, very calm. Have to be honest. What am I looking for? Okay, here. So honestly, and she's having a backup plan. She is, especially because of what like happened this season. Cheryl's going to Miami. Cheryl's going to Miami. Cheryl's gonna stay in Miami for a bit. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But that is going to happen. So Joanna is going to be in charge. And how do we think that's gonna go? Not well. They don't really. I don't know if they don't take her seriously, but the way they all kind of laugh at her and are like, you're basically Cheryl's personal assistant, makes me think they don't really respect her like that. So I'm like, how is that gonna work in a sort of a boss relationship? Not just, they didn't even respect your role as the office manager, second in command person. They kind of laugh at you and call you HR. So I don't know about that one. So I think she's like smart to be having a backup plan, and she's been seeing kind of for a while, and she was the only person who was like, I guess maybe thought they could stand up to Sherelle about the commission thing. Good on her for like digging into that, because that was really crazy how Sherelle was like, just don't ask any questions. Just do it. Don't ask any questions. Don't ask me for anything. Don't question anything. Just follow me to the end of time. No. 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 And I will say, her getting her broker's license is not in the same ballpark as Sherelle cutting their pay with no notice. Cheryl's acting like her getting her broker's license, you're being disloyal. I never did anything to you. This woman been sold she closed on one of the first houses this season. She wasn't in the group photo because 2 other people came late, so she wasn't in the group photo. And you cut their pay for no reason and basically told her to shut up and eat her food. A grown woman told a grown woman to shut up and eat her food. And you were like, I've never done anything to you. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. Sorry, she takes her job seriously. That was crazy. So because there was nothing really happened, I guess like is she gonna get her broker's license is gonna happen like next season or something. Wonder how that's gonna go. Obviously Sherelle is very butthurt about it, and she's trying to act like she's not. She's very clearly very butthurt about it. I wonder if she's gonna, because she was like, I'll support you no matter what. I don't think that's true, but we'll see how long she keeps that facade up, if she does actually end up leaving, or if this is just like a you're bothering me now. But we'll see with Joanna being in charge how much of a mess that will be. Okay, so the next person is Colony. I do love Colony. You could have predicted. She was the first one here, did all the work, and clearly is one of the best realtors at this little company, and she still didn't pick you. I love you, Colony. I have to dig in just a tad, because I want you to realize your worth. No, why? You're acting like you took a blood oath to this place and she would replace you tomorrow. Both Ant and Rena were right about that. I'm not saying you have to be like ready to, like, eager to like jump ship and leave and be like, no. I'm just saying, like, she would replace you next week. You did all that. You had what you thought was a really good heart to heart about like what you want to do for this company, and the next day she was like, yeah, no. That really didn't matter much to me, because I'm still giving this role to Joanna. And you were like fighting with Anne, who you would never fight with, over your loyalty to her. I think it's sad. I also think it's like slightly because if Colony was the number 2 and was like in charge while Sherelle was like not here, I think she would actually like try to run the place herself. And Joanna just does whatever Sherelle wants. So I think that's it. Or in the finale, Sherelle kind of alluded or something to Colony being a better asset actually selling things, and she doesn't want her like doing administrative duties, so it would take her away from selling things. So I don't know if it's like both. She's too valuable being out than being in. Or she wants someone to just do whatever she says. So, and I think Sherelle is trying to like push to see how far the loyalty goes, because Sherelle does know that Colony did say, oh, I didn't want to go with Rena. I think that's crazy. So maybe she's trying to push how far that loyalty is, and I'm gonna need that wall to come crumbling down. Because Colony, you're too good. You're too good. It's a little too good. It's too good. So maybe we don't have to do this all the time, because that was just all that loyalty for like episodes, and she was like, no, I think I'm gonna give it to Joanna anyway. And Colony looks stuck at that table, and then Joanna tried her. I'll talk about Joanna right now. So the next person is Joanna. Joanna tries people, not people. Joanna tries Colony and thinks nobody notices or nobody cares. It's very weird. She tried her multiple times this season. It's very, very weird. But I don't mind Joanna, actually. One, not everybody has to dress like an auntie. It's Florida. It's hot. I don't know why they were so worried about the way they were dressing. It's hot. Is this not Southern Florida? Is it not hot? Calm, no. And the way she was talking like that, and then she showed up in like a tapered bed sheet. That's craziness. That's literal craziness. It's very clear that you're basically a glorified personal assistant thing doesn't get under her skin, because there seems to be some truth in that. If the shoe fits, it does. If it didn't, it wouldn't fit. If it didn't fit, it wouldn't fit. I'm just wondering, Joanna, what are you gonna do with the brokerage? You can come up with your own ideas, or is it just whatever Sherelle says go? I hope it's not that, because then they're kind of right. then they're kind of right. Because what else are you going to do something with your authority besides micromanage? Because she did not need to read up a definition of cocktail hour and detail the history of cocktail attire to grown women. That was crazy. That especially when she showed up in the outfit she showed up in. Structured bed sheets, a structured comfort, a structured quilt. That was absolutely craziness. So I don't know, maybe. But then later in the season, like besides all that, it was very sad how she felt like she had to hide everything about her like love life from everyone because she doesn't want to be seen as a failure. That was very crushing. That was very sad. That was very sad. And that was very clearly some real shit. And I'm glad she was able to, you know, share it with everyone and to start healing and moving forward, because that was really sad. That was a little disturbing, because she really was like torn up over like people thinking, oh, she can't do her job anymore, oh, I'm not like strong and like able to like do things for myself anymore. That's very sad. It doesn't have to be like that. I'm glad she was able to share. That was a sweet moment, her being able to tell all of them and them all being like a little family for a moment. That was very, very cute. And then the last person, Miss Owner, Miss Sherelle. I will just say I could never have her as my boss. A la Iron Fist, I have issues with authority, period. So that plus the military, no. Not wanting to listen to literally anyone ever, especially the way she reacted to Rena like bringing up a concern. You did, like, she just was like, okay, by the way, your commission is changing. Not it's like she was basically like, your commission changed. It's not it is changing in the next 2 weeks, it's going to change in the future, let's have a discussion. It changed because people weren't pulling their weight, but you didn't fire them though. No, that's fine, that's fine. But when Rena was like, can we discuss this, she was like, no, let Alexis do little to nothing for 2 years, not producing for 2 years, but Rena being like, bringing up a question is crazy. I didn't like that. Also, the way she, whenever they would have like meetings, the way she would speak really like diplomatically and saying a lot of nothing, saying a lot of absolutely nothing most of the time, I was like, oh, okay. Sure, boss, sure. And I know Anne placing that offer on that house was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. You lost all faith in Anne for that, but Alexis has been here for 2 years doing nothing. Whoa. And she might have been exaggerating, but like, and what she did was stupid, but I don't know. But I don't run a brokerage, so I'm not really sure how that really works. So I'll pipe down for like a second, but had to share some of my concerns. The show in general, I thought it was cute. I thought it was fun. I watched it after my final. I watched it to like de-stress, and it did that. It was something cute, something fun. It was very, very short. It felt like a fun-sized candy bar. It felt like an introduction almost, slash like an introduction, but like a fabricated introduction, if that makes sense. I don't really know if that does. Felt a bit like a build up to something, yet nothing at the same time, because it did feel like a fabricated introduction. I wish it was slightly longer, but I also don't know what else would have happened. They like went on a trip, they went to Miami. Conclusion, Alexis got fired. Kind of. Now Alexis is like gonna come back with a vengeance. I don't care. Or she's going to like, and then the other conflict, Rena might start her own brokerage now, Anne might. So like, it could go very interesting ways. So excited to see where they take that. I just don't make it this short. Or if you're gonna make it this short, have more things happen in episodes. If you're gonna make, okay, it's this short, things have to happen a little bit more quickly then if we're gonna make things this short. Understood? Understood. I've seen people on like TikTok comparing it to Selling Sunset. That show has 4 seasons and is set in LA. I think that's a crazy thing to compare. I get it, they're both like selling blank shows, so of course you're going to, but I wouldn't really know how to compare them. Seems like two very, very, very different things. The thing in common is that they both sell houses. And then there's also like talk on TikTok about like whether they sell luxury or not. As someone who has never sold as much as a dollhouse and who shakes and has to practice a script to speak on the phone, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm gonna not speak on realtor shit like I know realtor shit. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who sells nicer homes. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. But I thought the show was fun. It was really, really short. That's why I'm like this. I think this video was like 20 minutes long. I don't even know. They all feel short because I usually sit here and talk for like 2 hours. But that's all I really have to say. My favorites: Colony. My favorite of the aunties is Rena. Oh, that wasn't hard. That wasn't a hard question at all. That wasn't a hard question at all. I don't have everyone else I feel pretty much like just like fine about. I just don't think Alexis is very serious. I just don't think she's very serious as an individual. And that's about it. So yeah, let me know what your guys' thoughts are, who your fave was, what you're thinking is gonna happen in season 2. Yeah, so let me know. Yeah, if you'd like to follow me on social media, they're linked down below, and you can check out some of my recent videos that should be on your screen right about now, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.